Well, Hawaii for me is a really special place because I actually lived here a year. One of the things that the academics get to do is take sabbaticals. And on sabbaticals, you can sort of go anywhere you want in the world or in the country. And I came here and spent a year here. I just lived right down the street, on Kalakaua, or right below Diamond Head. And it was a wonderful year for me. I wrote a book, and the title of the book was Stream Analysis, which you ask, well, what does that have to do with organizations? But in fact, I was influenced very heavily by this, all the water in the ocean and the Hawaiian culture. So this is a special place for me. And I hope that it's been a special place for you in the last few days, because as I see and hear what it is that you're trying to do and you're trying to execute a lot of really incredible change, and a lot of exciting new directions that you're heading in. And I'm hoping that the ideas that we'll share with you for the next hour or so will be ideas that can help you put that change in context, help you guide yourselves as you go through that change, because many of the basic views that we generated out of studying these really outstanding organizations, I think can be helpful for you. You are undergoing a lot of change, and the organizations we studied underwent a lot of change, and they followed some basic, very powerful principles. Let me tell you a little bit about the organizations and how we got into the study that was basis for this book, Stream Analysis, I got that on my mind, Built to Last, Successful Habits of Visionary Companies. That's the title of the book that we published, that reports a 6-year study that we did of 36 companies. And I want to tell you a little bit about what these 36 companies were like, as a way of getting some feel for the ideas that came out of these companies, and then also present to you a framework and a set of basic perspectives on how these companies manage themselves to outstanding success over a very long period of time. Now, the title of the book is Built to Last. Built to Last. And the perspective that these companies followed and that I want to emphasize is that these notions are helpful if you want to build something that's going to endure and last for a very long time. It'll be successful for extremely long periods of time. Now, how did we do the research? Let me quickly talk about that very, very briefly so that you can get a sense of it. We studied 36 companies. 18 of them had been identified as being highly visionary companies in a survey we did of 700 chief executives. We asked them, nominate for us 5 companies that you think are the most visionary, because we want to study them. We took the responses that they gave us, and we identified the 18 most frequently mentioned companies. In actual fact, we identified 20, first of all, but we threw 2 of them out very early on, because these 2 were quite young in 1990 when we did the research. The 2 companies were Apple and Compaq. You know, retrospectively, it seems like what a wise idea to throw out Apple. But Apple and Compaq in 1990 were 13 years old and 8 years old, respectively. The next youngest companies in the set were Sony and Walmart, that were 45 years old. They were founded in 1945. And then the companies went all the way back to 1812, where Citibank was founded. And that's the oldest company in the set that we studied. The average age of these companies in 1990 was 93 years old. On average, they were founded in 1897. So today, in 1996, they're almost 100 years old on average. So these companies have been around a long time. We threw those 2 youngsters out because we quickly realized that age makes a difference. You know, the older I get, the more I realize that age makes a difference. Thank you, thank you. That's the over 50 crowd, right? You know, my wife really put this in perspective for me recently. She told me, she said, Jerry, you don't have to worry anymore about dying young. Well, why does age make a difference? Why does age make, especially when we think about organizations? Age makes a difference because across time, you get a chance to face a lot of very different environments. a lot of extremely different challenges, a lot of very, very unique opportunities and difficulties. And if you look at a company like Citibank or Procter & Gamble or Johnson & Johnson or American Express, you see that these companies have had to face things like a civil war that happened in the 1860s. They've had to face incredible technological change. When you look at the late 1800s, early 1900s, there was the invention of the railroad, the telephone, the telegraph, automobiles, airplanes, electricity in each home. I mean, it's incredible change that these companies had to deal with. So very often people say, well, there's a lot of technological change going on today. And I say, yeah, that's right, but boy, look in that era. And these companies had to work their way through that.